Ah, so that's what that did. I wonder what that did.
$14 plus int. 6 in pickpocketing locksmith. Alright, we could sacrifice 1 bodybuilding for 1 point int, but since we're already past that critical 12 point, I think we'll ignore that for now. Bracers with 6 armor. Look like they're going to Explodo. Even though he's not using the stats off of him, a little bit of armor is at least something.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Another pickaxe. Generally, it's hard enough to just find one of them.
Careful! We spotted a trap. Careful! We spotted a trap.
Okay, this room. Make sure we move far enough up the stairs. We're not going to catch ourselves on fire. Got a couple of little bomb guys down there. First couple of times I did that, my mistake of standing on these stairs right here. The fire ended up catching me. The oil spreading and such. Nothing interesting they dropped. Just moving some into the way since they tend to block the path to the rest of them. And we're encumbered. Send those wooden logs off. I know those are taking a bit of weight. And that should be good enough for now. We're about to be heading back to town in a moment anyway.
Well, hello there.
Well, you certainly aren't from around these parts, are you? Name's Lillian. The pleasure's all yours. Ha! Have you met my father yet? He's something of a airhead, eh? How did you and your father get here? Well, back when the two of us were more than ectoplasm in the wind, my father Nick, his friends called him, myself were traveling act. He was a word man, storyteller extraordinaire, and I, his darling little comedian. Nick the Minstrel and the Laugh-a-Minute Lily called ourselves. While traveling, we were picked up by a band of nasty buccaneers just in time for half of them to go nuts and slaughter a lot of us. Us and themselves, the loons. Seems like an exciting life for a little girl. Sure, though it wasn't always so. Way back when, my father was a premier bard of Andelville. Every venue wanted a piece of him, and he set his price. But you know, fortune's cruel familiar. My ma was accused of practicing sorcery. Pop's reputation couldn't save her from the hangman, nor himself from being blacklisted everywhere from the council ball to the dive bars of inner-city Deepspire. He and I picked up what we could, where we could. When I joined in on the act, we squeezed the father-daughter angle for every penny it was worth. About your father's head? Pontius Pirate himself lobbed it clear off. I can't be sure where that noggin of his has gone to. Either it turned to dust like we should have, or his ghostly topper is bobbing around somewhere in the deep. You seem like quite the traveler. If you happened upon that rascal's noodle, bring him here. I'm sick of staring at this brainless hulk all day. Much better to move to the Hall of Echoes. I wonder if he'll become accustomed to having no face. Personally, I could never see myself without any eyes. Ah. What can you tell me about the pirates I've heard about? A bunch of bleeding rotters they were. Ran me through and sent Pa's head flying into the sea. They were right fearsome in life, had a mighty powerful stone that made him near unstoppable. I've touched it with my own 2 hands, warm as blood it was. But it made them mad as it did invincible. Before they could enjoy all the treasures they'd plundered, they turned their swords on one another. Pontius, their leader, most brutal of them all, still haunts this place. Legend has it that he waits in this very cave, protecting some secret doohickey in his old office. Protected by some secret doohickey in his old office. But if he's here, I've never heard so much of a peep out of him. I'll take my leave, after we check what she has. Nothing really of worth.
Until we meet again.
Headless Nick says absolutely nothing. Okay. Head back to Seal. Once we leveled, we'll check the vendors while we're here. We'll grab the head and we'll go back in there.
sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of goldie.
Okay, first things first.
Tower steak.
Back again?
It's a lot of money for a cheese vendor. We'll go ahead and keep the How to Speak books on us. Since I don't know for sure if the effect continues after we get rid of them or not. I imagine it probably does, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Gotta make sure we're actually selling off the correct stuff and not gonna get rid of one of our usable items.
Bye.
A quiet day on the market, it seems.
See if the fish vendor is equally wealthy. Pretty close. $5.7K. Wow, he actually has mashed potatoes for sale. First time I've seen that.
Until we meet again.
Let's see.
Alright, make sure the other characters don't have anything that needs to be sold. Need to have Austin to drop those off in
Not
the
in the mood for cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine Borgenbear.
crafting boxes up there.
Yours for a scrap of goldie.
16% block.
Tower steak.
No one has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
We'll still let her hold into that, just cause.
The finest veggie Sarseal's ever seen.
Hello, sir. Spirit.
Okay, Sandre. Got mostly crafting stuff.
Let's see. Halibut. Sheep's cheese.
Yeah, his inventory is in pretty good situation. Still need to find some way to get him some more crafting, though.
Cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine Borgenbear.
My friend returns. Until we meet again.
Alright. Now let's see if there's
My
anything we need to
friend
buy.
returns.
So lightning strike, feather fall, tornado. Check if we already have.
Until we meet again.
A quiet day on the market.
Tornado, feather fall. Going to send it over to Sandre.
Let us see if you can choose the finest breeds.
Not in the mood for cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine Porgambear.
Make sure you read these forgotten language books, since I don't remember if we did that when we first obtained them.
Beat a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps resting an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Okay, Sandre does not have lightning strike, but I don't think we'll be using it on him since he's a little bit squishy. He could end up in a very bad place very easily.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for fine potatoes.
Let's send in the rest of our crafting stuff.
Man with many cheeses.
Potions to bemuscle you,
Red and
scrolls to
orange,
entassel
yellow and green, the finest veggies Sarseal's ever seen.
tower snake, wing a worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn. Cheese, tomatoes.
Beat a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
I'm going to take a minute to go through some of this, clean the bags out a bit, get some of the stuff crafted down, or crafted out depending on the case.
Not in the mood for cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this
Red and
fine
orange,
Porgambear.
yellow and green, the finest veggies Sarseal's ever seen.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entassel you.
We are definitely going to need to make some healing potions.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for fine potatoes.
No one has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Tell you what, while we're crafting, let's go ahead and head over to
Cheese, tomatoes.
the crafting area
My friend returns.
Inject some vim.
after we check on some of this. If I had more points than the Master Marksman thing, I'd probably pick this up. Unfortunately, the way it is right now, I don't think I have the AP to use it effectively.
Until we meet again.
Check the other vendors first before we go to crafting. As far as books, what is awesome to have? Just Flurry.
My friend returns.
So inspired level 13, huh? So on top of the normal stuff, it also boasts speed and perception. They give him some of the shirts some new textures.
Until we meet again.
It's another. See what Olaru's got for us.
My friend returns.
Bloodsworn. I'm still really curious about that one. Give it a shot. Hoping to get a deadly spore. I wonder if I should pick up Flare just so he has something he can hit every time. Is that one up? Alright, that should be pretty good.
Until we meet again.
That's gonna go to Splodo, I believe. I think he has the highest Geomancy. By highest, I mean 1. Yeah, I think we'll still go to him though. We'll just have to dump a couple of those points into it. We can't learn it to level 13 anyway, so it's not going to be too big of an issue. Go pay a visit to the rogue / witchcraft trainer. Skillbook vendor, whatever you'd like to call her.
My friend returns.
Wind up toy. Don't believe we have that one. Daggers drawn and cloak and dagger. Yeah, still looks like the witchcraft is one to be not delving into during this playthrough.
Until we meet again.
We've still got a couple of barrels that we dropped off before. Just gonna drop these off. I thought there was a hotkey to automatically drop them in. It had been just too long since I played it. Been at least a good 2 weeks now. I've had so much footage backed up. Side note, make sure everyone else has resurrect scrolls. Does appear to be the case. Alright. Sandre, first off, what's your crafting? 2 currently. See if Kirito's got any gear for you. Grab our normal stuff. No crafting on any of this. I should have been keeping an eye on the vendor to see if they had any crafting equipment.